You had a question about the counteroffensive a little bit back. Let's say there is not much more progress by the time kind of the late summer rains start, and then the cold obviously comes pretty early in that part of the of Eastern Europe. I mean, is there a sense then that they need to negotiate before this thing drags on into 24? I mean, when does diplomacy kick in?
When does what kick in?
Diplomacy.
That's going to be up to President Zelensky. He gets to determine if and when he's ready to sit down and negotiate. Right now, his country's still under attack. He still has tens of thousands of Russian troops on his soil, dug in deeply, entrenched, protected by minefields on ground that doesn't belong to them. And he has every right to want to reclaim his territorial integrity and his country's sovereignty. But only President Zelensky is going to be able to determine that. Now, hang on a second now. He's put forward a 10-point peace formula that we are working with him and his government to help actualize. Because we believe that for any diplomacy to work, it's got to start, the foundation has to be President Zelensky's view of what a just peace looks like. So he's laid that out with 10 points. We're helping him actualize that. So to some degree, the work of diplomacy, the pre-work of diplomacy has begun. It's begun months ago. And in fact, Jake Sullivan, National Security Advisor, spoke to Mr. Yermak, his equivalent in the Ukrainian government, just today. And this was one of the topics that they discussed, was this idea of a just peace and how to actualize it.
But Zelensky's, he has said he needs F-16s, ATACMS, more heavy armor to make progress, especially because the defensive positions are so heavily mined and fortified. I mean, isn't there kind of a disconnect then? If you want them to win, should they not have what they say they need?
They do have what they need. We have provided the Ukrainians everything they asked for in the months leading up to the counteroffensive and continuing right through it. Again, Kareem just walked you guys through a whole big old package yesterday. And all the stuff that's in that package is stuff that's relevant to the fight that they're in this counteroffensive. But this notion that they didn't get everything they needed before the counteroffensive, or that a shortage of capabilities is what's causing delay is not true. They got everything they asked for and continue to get everything they asked for. Now, I recognize and you can't blame them for wanting more. And we've talked about F-16s. The training will begin sometime soon, and hopefully thereafter followed by actual aircraft. But they've got tanks, they've got artillery, they've got HIMARS, and we're going to continue to work with them every single day about trying to fulfill their needs as best we can.